Hey, hello and welcome to episode 64. We're very close to the special episode of Kitze. Today is Wednesday, 5th of June, and I'm recording this at 8:15 p.m. 15 minutes before my computer, both laptop, computer actually lock. Actually, this computer will lock at 8:30. I've had it with my laptop again. I put it in the attic in the morning because I've been using my Twitter app, the Come Back Later app. I've been using it for 5 minutes on the computer, and then I would finish a Pomodoro and then go on the laptop and do like 5 more minutes of Twitter. And that's been like too many minutes of Twitter in the day. Like it's been less than an hour in total of the day, but I don't want to lose that hour on Twitter. So I just took the laptop and put it on the attic and I'm like, fuck it. This computer locks at 8:30, meaning I have 30 minutes to wrap up with my day. I go to bed, I read a little bit and I go to sleep. So I didn't do the intro. Fuck it, dude. If this is your cup of tea, productivity and whatever, walk with me, put on your headphones, put on your shoes and go, like, do all of this effort for the shortest walk of your life. It's going to be like 12-minute walk. So don't just stay and eat muffins. I made my sweet again, this time for the family, the one, 2 apples. Like, I'm going to learn how to recite. It's going to be it's going to be part of the intro. 2 apples, 2 spoons of cocoa, 2 scoops of protein, 1 egg, baking powder, almond flakes, coconut flakes. You bake it for 30 minutes. My family tried it. They loved it. It was delicious. So I just made that for my family. I don't know why I'm saying that, but you know, your boy is just saying things. Let's look at what happened today. So I went to bed at 9:30. No, yesterday actually I was mowing the lawn, which is an activity that I cannot make up my mind on. Do I like doing it or do I like hiring people to do it? Sometimes my family is doing it because my mom and dad, they've never had a yard. I mean, my mom had a yard, but she was a teenager when she had a yard and she didn't give a shit. Like, she didn't even know that they have peaches in the yard. Like, one time they had a conversation with my grandpa, like, she's like, yeah, I would love to have some peaches. And my grandpa was like, do you know we actually have them in the yard? And she was like, shut the fuck up. There's no way. And he took her to the yard and they had peaches. So she couldn't see in front, let alone, mowing the lawn. So now she's happy to do it sometimes. Once I hired a guy, but he looked like a felon. Like, he looked very scary and he took off his shirt and he was ripped. And seeing a scary man who's been missing probably 13 teeth, and just tattoos everywhere, smells bad just around your yard. I didn't feel comfortable with that guy around the yard with my wife and baby at home. So the solution is hire another guy or do it by myself. So I do it by myself, and just because I hate my life and I decide to have electric everything, like electric cars, I also bought an electric lawnmower. And it's very fucking frustrating because today the people come to take the trash and today they take the green trash, including the cut grass and branches and everything else. So I was trying to finish the lawn and finish mowing all the grass so they can take it today, right? But I have a spare battery. One of the batteries dies. I go and swap it. Another battery dies and they cannot charge that fast. And I'm like, why am I a donut and why am I bothering with electric thingies? My friend Andre, who's listening to a podcast, shout out to Andre, actually recommended me other cars. So today I was out with my car, and when I'm driving in the city, dude, Tesla is like electric cars in general. Like, it's super fucking fun for city driving. Fucking amazing. Plug it once in a while at home. You forget about it. It's crazy fast. You're passing other cars, playing around. The sound system in it is amazing. I love the software. I love everything except the long road trips. And as soon as I slam the door and I walk in at home, and like, in my head, I just thought, God damn it, I love this fucking car, even though with all the complaining on the thing. And then I see Andre just wrote the longest essay ever on how I need to buy, let me see what he recommended, a Passat 2.0 TDI B8 or B, like I have fucking idea what that is, or a Touran or Tiguan Allspace or whatever. So I just Googled these cars. First image I see it, it has 78 buttons on the steering wheel and we're not going to fly with it? See ya. Bye, right? I go to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. Like, I like my Tesla, whatever, until the next long road trip. And then I do the same rant and same complaints again, same old, same old. So I went to sleep around 10-ish because I've been cleaning. The point about mowing the lawn is, I don't know how I got to the car for real. I kind of enjoyed it and it was a very meditative experience. I don't know. And it's like satisfying when, like, I've hired that guy before and my parents have been doing it, but it's not the same feeling when you do it, when you get like sweaty from the activity and then you see your own yard, your own lawn, like, looking beautiful. And there's a sense of pride and there's a sense of like being human, not behind a computer, just like, I think the tailwind, something. Like, it feels nice to do something physical. And then you see the results of it and you sip lemonade and you look at, the yard and it feels like, it's a powerful feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'll do it 3 times and I'll get fucking sick of it. Because at the same time, I enjoy it equally the same. I'm thinking of getting a robotic lawnmower and never mowing the lawn again. So I cannot make up my mind between the two, but I've been doing that. The batteries died and then I went to bed around 10 o'clock. And I couldn't immediately fall asleep, so I took the book. the Hail Mary book, dude. This is a. I don't want it to end. Like I have few pages left. This is a nerdgasm book. Like it's so fucking. I thought I'm gonna read a page or two and I'm gonna fall asleep, but he pulls you in so much with all the science and with all the sciencey physics explanations of the nitrogen with the thingy that it actually felt like they're gonna test me today and I'm gonna do an exam at school. Like it felt really interesting and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to close this, otherwise I'm not gonna go to bed. So I went to bed at like 10:15 and I woke up at 4:30 a.m. My Benji check-in today was at 4:39 a.m. Because when I see 4:30, I'm like, fuck it. Like, what is the point to it? I'm gonna go back to bed now. I'm gonna go to sleep until 5:30. Fuck it. So I was like, let me just get a taste. Like Sahil Bloom has been doing this, waking up at 4:30, crushing a workout, whatever, finishing all of his work before 9:10 a.m. And that's like, oh god, I crave that. I want that. Because nothing, like now it's 8:30. Nothing interesting will happen from now on. Like we'll just scroll the phone or whatever. Oh, the baby woke up and they do the thing, and at least like you're gonna waste the time anyway. And this way you're just gonna crush the day when you wake up that early. Now the question is, Kitze, did you wake up and crush the day? No, I fucking didn't. So 4:30, but my computers were cold turkey frozen, both of them until 5:30. So I was like, like the thought of just waking up and immediately going on Twitter, even though it's 5 minutes, like it's so ingrained in me right now, there is like no power or block or anything in the world that's gonna make me respected no matter fucking what. And I'm like, oh, I woke up to work. I didn't wake up to wait for the computer to unlock at 5:30. So what I figured out is if you restart the computer with the cold turkey blocker, takes a while to boot up. And meanwhile, you can just open Raycast. So I just swipe to show the, what is it called? The macOS screen that nobody uses, the launchpad, launch control, launch whatever the fuck. Type in Raycast, press Raycast so it launches faster. I go uninstall the app, and by the time it tries to boot, like it's already uninstalled. And oopsie daisy, I have access to my laptop. So I did that, thinking I'm gonna work. I didn't even check in Benji, and I just opened YouTube and watched Eminem Houdini reactions and a bunch of like MKBHD reviews of cars and headphones and whatever until 5 something. Actually until 5:30, until this computer unlocked. I didn't want to delete cold turkey blocker here. I've been doing that. And then I found myself playing with YouTube again. And I'm like, fuck it, the laptop is going up in the attic. I cannot stand having two computers. Like, at some point, dude, I'm going to reduce my life to one device only. I don't know which one is going to be. I'm not even going to have a phone. I'm going to go around with a giant ass MacBook to my ear and be like, this is my only phone. This is my only device. It has all the blockers. It has all the things. This is where I watch movies. This is where I code. This is where I chat. This is where I do everything. I'm so tired of having 5 computers, different schedules, different blockers. Like, it's so fucking annoying. But anyway, I started working at 5:30, which is a bit earlier than usual, but I've been taking more breaks. And then today is the first day that we're giving my daughter, she's almost 9 months old, by the way, it's mind-blowing. Today we gave her eggs for the first time, like a proper, not like a mashed thing, but like eggs like we would do them for us, like what the fuck do you call it, dude? I'm tired. Scrambled eggs, basically. She had scrambled eggs, and today my wife decided to go from scrambled eggs to let's see if she's going to choke with food. And I'm like, why did you take it to level 10? I was about to take something from upstairs, and she's like, I made you pancakes, protein pancakes, and I'm like, cool, but also the baby's gonna, what? The baby's gonna have pancake. God fucking damn it. So I have to be there, watch. I'm like, can you open YouTube and see the Heimlich for babies so we can know? Because we just hope that she's not going to choke on a bite, because that happens with baby. Like the first time they gave us baby training, even before the baby is born, you're panicking about the birth and whatever. And the lady that comes at your home, she's like, oh, by the way, let me teach you about choking. And I'm like, when can this happen? In the first month? She's like, no, 6, 7. I'm like, wow, well, let's push it first. And then come again, and then remind me now, like she should have been here this morning when she was making the pancakes, And we watched it on YouTube, and I'm like, do you know? And my wife is like, yeah, don't worry. So she was giving her pancakes, and I was just took a longer break to eat my pancakes while watching my daughter eat blueberries and pancakes, and it was fucking hilarious. And I took more breaks and basically just pushed the day a little bit more. I wanted to mention yesterday with the mowing the lawn, I've been listening to the new Brianna Weiss book, The Lady from The Mountain Is You. I have no fucking idea what is it called. I get an Audible notification. Brianna Weiss has a new book, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Listen. Every sentence that this woman writes is like striking absolute gold, especially for me. Like absolute gold mine of books this lady's writing, and I absolutely love it, and I'm obsessed with it. And every fucking sentence, you're mowing the lawn, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna change that. Yeah, I'm gonna kick those people out of my life. Like it gets you, like she's the female version, the female soft version of David Goggins. Like if David Goggins makes you wanna like murder someone, this makes you wanna pet a puppy and plant some trees and change your life for the better. She's amazing. Totally recommend. The Mountain Is You, and then her other books. So what the fuck was I saying? Because I saw that on the list. I woke up. Then at 11 today I had therapy finally in person. zero hopes. Going there, I'm like, oh, is this going to fix me? Is she going to be a good therapist? Absolutely no. Because I told my wife, I don't have time, blah, blah, blah. I have time, right? And I'm like, if you find me a therapist, I'll go. And my wife is like, okay, I found you a therapist. So I didn't check her reviews. I didn't check nothing. I was just like, fuck it, I want to go. And she's like, it's very hard to find a good therapist here because most of them don't speak English. And if you want to find someone who specializes in diagnosing ADHD and speaks English, there's probably 2 in the city. So my lady, Jesus Christ, killed me. My wife found the one therapist in the Tri-City area which speaks English and can diagnose ADHD. And I walked in and I showed her Benji and she was like, yep, you have ADHD, give me 200 euros. That was in the entire therapy session. No, I'm kidding. So I cut my day a little bit early just to drive to a place, and I've been driving there just bumping that Eminem song the entire way. Did I have half of my windows down so other people can hear it? Yeah. Did I have 80% volume? Yeah. Did I look at like a 70-year-old grandpa next to me who probably couldn't hear even his own engine running, me at the stoplight, like bumping the song, like, you fuck with this? It's great, right? So I notice I'm driving, like I'm reaching my destination. So there's like 1-2 minutes left. But what I realize is, let's say this is the therapist building, and this is the car, and I'm supposed to go like this and then take a U-turn and come in front of the building. But there's a stoplight across her building. So I'm bumping this loud ass music like a douche that I am, right? And just bumping my head and shit at the stoplight across from her building. And I'm like, she's either, like, if she sees this, the lunatic driving 90, where it's like 60 or 50 is the limit, bumping Eminem with the windows out, she's either going to be like, fuck off, you're not walking into my place, or she's going to point a sign from her window being like, right here, you belong, you're in the right fucking spot. Anyway, so I walk in, it's in an apartment. If she was a good therapist, she would have had an office right by immediately. I'm like, oh, you have your cereal here in the fridge? Who's the singer of Chandelier? See ya, bye. I should have been like that. I didn't. I wasn't like that. So I pretended. She's like, do you want something to drink? And I'm like, sure, I would like to have some water, please. And I sit down and I'm like, oh, here comes the part where I dump. Basically, imagine compressing 64 episodes of Kitze in like 50-minute session. I was late for 10 minutes because of course I was. So imagine cramming all of that. And she's like, so tell me a little bit more about you. And I'm like, and then the trauma and the thinking. By the way, I totally forgot about remember that part of Kitze where I told you that something big has happened in the family and blah, blah, yada, 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 and I cannot talk about it because it's like deep and blah, 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 and trauma and all sorts of shit. Do you know how I kind of forgot about that? And I was just scratching the surface these days. Why am I like this? Why am I ADHD? Why am I this and that? And now she started asking questions. I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that part of my life, Because I said, you might be judging a person, you might be judging me by, he's chaotic, he's this and that, but it's like, it goes so freaking deep that even a therapist cannot, unravel it, undig, like how the fuck do you call it? Untangle it, let's say. 4 minutes left here. So the session was mostly, she asked me like 4 or 5 questions, and I've been babbling about my childhood and about the things and about why am I this way and after COVID and panic attacks that happened during COVID, and I have too many things that I work on and too many ideas and ambition and ADHD, like so many fucking things. And like one thing that drove me crazy, she was yeah, she has to manage her clients and shit. Every once in a while, she would look at the clock and it would just throw me. And I'm like, oh, I'm talking too much and there's not enough time. And basically, she was like, oopsie daisy, time's up. And I'm like, and what do we? And well, she's like, we need to talk about this more. And if you want the ADHD diagnosis, like the professional one, we need to do 2 sessions. So she was like, I can do it on the 26th. And I'm like, no, by then I forget everything. Let's do it tomorrow. I booked 2 hours and I'm going to go to fill, I don't know, she said how many questions are in that questionnaire, like a quiz thingy that I could probably find online. Or I can be like, am I making a life OS to organize who do I have a meal with and at what time do I drink water? Yes, I do. Yes, I do have ADHD. Buy, save myself the money. This today costs 300 PLN to euros times 69 euros. This was today because I was getting fucked in the ass, right? I mean, it got like, I'm just afraid that the therapist might watch this. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. Like, this is how I fuck around with the people who follow my podcast. And I also think that, like, online, I was paying, I think, 40, 50 euros for BetterHelp. Now I'm paying 69. And I'm not, like, you cannot be sure if someone is a good therapist or not until you unpack everything. And that takes a few sessions. And until they give you a bunch of advice. Like, you need to pay a lot of money in front and then be like, maybe they're not going to help me. So for now, I don't know if she's good or not. Like, we will see. So I need to pay, like, literally today's session and tomorrow is going to be 209 euros for the 3 sessions to just get diagnosed if I do have ADHD or not. And you all unanimously, like, we can vote. If I put a poll, there's going to be 99.9% answer, and I could have saved myself 200 euros and bought myself the Rabbit R1 or whatever. Idiot. So my wife was like, how was therapy? And I'm like, yeah, it was a Kitze episode. I ranted. She asked me a few questions. She was like, well, time's up. Take your water bottle because you already opened it. Keep it, you know? Anyway, so that was that. I came back. I've been working super focused on invoices today because tomorrow I have a meeting with my accountant and I gathered all the invoices for, even though he said we are done, we're never working together. I'm like, am I? Are we still? Yeah, well, maybe something will happen. So I uploaded all the invoices for May and for April. I put them on his Google Drive. He still hasn't kicked me out of it. Tomorrow we have a meeting. Hopefully I'm going to beg him to take me back. We'll see. I want to change accountants, but it would be nice if he finishes these 2 months. And I didn't procrastinate today. I've been working only on the thing I was supposed to be working on and did adult responsibilities. Maybe because I keep getting like all sorts of letters here and they're like threatening, like you missed this, you missed that, legal consequences. And maybe this is the part that pushes me, dude. Like this is the part I'm like, no, I don't want to fuck around with the government and shit, you know? So I've been crushing my to-do list. I've been keeping on the theme. Tomorrow I'm working on the course all day. I'm going to go to bed on time and I'm going to wake up early and just crush the day. I released a new CZ beta. My parents are here. They're going to stay for a few days. And I started sharing a demo every day. So today I shared another demo and people are like, oh, you're doing CZ marketing. That's cool. That's it, guys. Got to wrap up because the computer is going to lock. Thank you very much for watching. I will see ya in the next one. Ya donuts. Bye-bye.